Hello, today in Pronunciation Matters we are going to speak about Santafesinian pronunciation of the letter S. We know that in Spanish we have grapheme-phoneme correspondence, so I'm going to speak about the letter S and the sound voices, voices alveolar fricative. A former student of mine asked me about expressions such as lo muchacho, which is generally associated with non-standard pronunciation of Spanish, and she reminded me of an article María Isabel Recamán wrote in 1992, which was called O es esquiva, and in that article she analyzed whether it was true what many people claim, that is that Santafesinian people replace the voices alveolar fricative by the zero phoneme. That is, that we don't pronounce anything in the place where the letter S appears in the written form. Marisa explained that in initial position in the syllable, we always pronounce the voices alveolar fricative. That is the case of sala and casa. But when the letter appears in final position in the word or before consonants and semivowels, what we actually produce is a glottal approximant. If we don't pay attention, it might seem that Santafesinian people don't pronounce anything, but we can clearly distinguish the difference between mano and mano, or las tonadas and la tonada. And that is evident in words like casta, deshielo, deshueso, los autos, etc. She also explains that there are special cases in which before nasal consonants, bilabial and alveolar, what we pronounce in the place where the letter S appears is a devoiced nasal in the same point of articulation as the nasal that follows, bilabial or alveolar. Mismo las nenas. Before the palatal nasal, represented by the letter ñ in Spanish, what we produce is a voiceless palatal fricative articulating the sound in the same place that in which the nasal is articulated, los ñandúes. Before velar plosives, we use a voiceless velar fricative, similar to the sound that we pronounce for the letter J in Spanish. And the sound again assimilates to the place of articulation of the plosives, bosque, las gotas. And finally, when we pronounce the letters double L and Y, which in Santafesinian Spanish we produce as a voiceless palatal-alveolar fricative, we assimilate once more the palatal-alveolar fricative to the voiceless alveolar fricative to the voiceless palatal-alveolar fricative that follows, and so we pronounce the letter S as sh. Dos yemas, las llamo. All in all, Marisa concludes that Santafesinians don't eat S's, and I hope this has been useful for you. Thanks, Marisa, for your study, and thank you for listening to me.